You're listening to the ColbyCheeZe Gaming Podcast, your source for League of Legends news, updates, and discussions.
And today is the first podcast of the new year. Hey guys, how's everybody doing? I am back from vacation. Went out for about a week and a half to my roommate's dad's ranch and had a lot of fun there. So not a lot of League of Legends content other than the tournament that I did shoutcast there. Obviously I did release a tournament right when I got back as well, but I am still playing catch up on a lot of stuff, and there's a lot of things going on as well as a ton of new plans for the New Year's. But I did scrounge together a good amount of content for my podcast today that I wanted to share with everybody. So probably actually going to be a pretty good podcast when I'm done with it, and hopefully you guys will enjoy it. One big announcement, though, I wanted to give everyone, and it's that I'm going to be in Las Vegas for the Consumer Electronics Show, or whatever you want to call it, 2012. It's in Las Vegas, and if you're going to be there, it's going to be me and SK Ocelote. We'll be playing with fans. You can come up to the booth, and Ocelote will be giving lessons, and I'll be shoutcasting on people playing the game, and we'll be swapping out, and you can play with me. So if you're going to be out there for that, it's going to be a pretty big deal. Definitely check it out. It's going to be a lot of fun. By the way, it's the Sun Micro booth. Those guys, they do servers usually, but they're trying to promote their new workstations, their super workstations. So definitely check it out. If only just to say what's up, I'll say hi to you guys or whatever. But anyways, I have a lot of stuff that I have in my head that I want to do for the new year. Big plans for the channel. I really want to take it to the next level for you guys. This last year, I just kind of release content whenever I feel like it. Obviously, I've been fairly constant on my podcast and on my champion first impressions. Those have been a really big deal for me. But there's some other things that I really want to focus on for you guys, and that's one is a new series that I'm going to be starting. It's going to be kind of a highlights style series, kind of like the League Top 5, but mine's gonna focus, I'm probably just gonna do I'm not gonna have like a set number. If I'm gonna get good clips, I'm gonna do probably bi-weekly, and it's gonna be pentas or good, awesome like jukes and escapes, or just really cool, funny clips and things like that. Obviously, you saw me put up a couple of stuff just to test the waters out. I put a couple of pinnacles up a while back, so you guys may have enjoyed those. I plan to do a lot more of those. I'll probably compile some stuff together. Still working on how that's going to work out, but I do have a lot of I'm going to just make that a bi-weekly deal. I'll figure out the days and let you guys know, but I just wanted to let you know in this podcast so I can kind of get some hype up around it and let you guys give me some comments down below on what you think of me starting that type of series, and if that's something you would like to see from me as well. Also, just another reminder, I do have my second channel up. If you look on my channel, you'll see I've got the second channel link there. That's where I'm putting all my gameplays and all of my, just like Let's Play style content, so that I'm not spamming my League of Legends channel with other video games. So if you still enjoy those, definitely be sure to subscribe to that channel, and I'll be having all those up. Right now I'm finishing up my Skyrim videos, and then any other games that I pick up I'll probably play. Lately though, I've been playing a lot of League of Legends, so most of my time has been focused on that. Now, I do want to talk about a few things that I found. Before I go into some more serious discussion, though, there's this really cool League of Legends 3D cartoon. It's made in like Chinese, and it's freaking awesome. It's kind of funny too. You should check it out. There's like 4 episodes up right now, so I'll show you a quick clip from the first one. Here you go.
好吧，你赢了 ，KO 了嘉文，你就超神了，去吧。好啊。
你一定要追上我！英雄联盟不是什么人都可以加入的，妹子优先。想走我的后边站。谁签字？就没有一个能签字的吗？嘿，美女。
La la la, the Monsieur! Yeah, so anyways, pretty cool little show there. I really enjoyed watching that one, and I think you guys should check that dude's channel out. Really cool. And what I wanted to talk about now was kind of like the changing meta, how you're seeing a big shift to everybody playing champions that are really highly mobile, and also a big shift into playing kind of more into the double AP again. since right now the double Will of the Ancients is just so ridiculously powerful. In fact, I think that Riot needs to seriously address this issue. Being able to build double Will of the Ancients and have that stack with those two champions is way too strong in my opinion. You can put that on someone like Ahri, on Rise, on Rumble, Kennen. Those champions will just do work with it. You can put Rumble top, Kennen mid, any kind of setup like that, Morgana mid. Those type of champions can really, really wreck some people. So the meta shift into this thing where you can just get champions. They all have abilities that allow them to just zerg very quickly and just run at people and kill them in mass effects. So that's kind of the way you should be building your comps right now. If you're in solo queue even, or if you're doing team games, try to build comps that work really well around this zerging technique. So you can throw down like a Morgana and a Sivir and boom, ultra move speed, run at people. Rumble's the same way. You push R, you just start running at them with all your abilities. Kennen does the same thing. All these champions do a really good job of that. Ahri is actually really strong right now, but she's more of like, she can run at you and then run backwards, and she can kite you, and she can do tons of damage and poke. So that's kind of weird, right now. But I just wanted to kind of mention that. So think about those type of champions when you're building your team comps. Another big shift in the meta right now is you're seeing a lot of Maokai junglers because of the fact that he does so well against this particular meta where everyone has these big AoE ultimates, and his AoE ultimate blocks 20% of the damage, and that's a huge deal. And then also his ganks early are just so strong. Being able to run up and just jump on someone from such a long range, that's so stupid. But anyways, that's kind of where things are going. Really short talk, but that's just my thoughts on it, and from hearing pro players talk about it and what I've been seeing and what I've experienced personally. I found this one link on the forums, and it was talking about this really cool Ahri cosplay, and I wanted to show it off because, well, one, it's really awesome, and I always show really good cosplays, but two, I actually really like Ahri. I've been playing her a lot myself in normal games and in ranked when she's not banned or picked herself. So check this chick out. She did a really good job. She looks not bad. So here you go. All right, so this brings up something else. One thing that I've been getting a lot of questions on in some of my recent videos, I have switched over to the Chinese artwork in my League of Legends client. So a lot of you guys who are obviously not Chinese are like, hey, ColbyCheeZe, how do you do that? How do you get the Chinese artwork in your game? So I thought I would give you guys some links and show you how to do it yourself if you're not very good at typing in a search into Google, which is what I did. But, you do have to do a little bit of searching for it. So basically, I used this YouTube video that I found to kind of give me an explanation, but most of it came from these threads on League of Legends, which seem to be pretty updated with the most recent Chinese artwork. So you can go ahead and check out these threads here. I've got them in the links down below in the descriptions, along with all of the timestamps and everything down there. Just check those out. I'm not gonna go into a complete tutorial on how to do it because, like I said, I just followed the video that I'm gonna send you to, and I followed the threads that I'm gonna send you to. And so props to those guys for making my job easier, and I'm just gonna shout it out. But that's how I got my Chinese artwork working. I enjoy it. Some of them I still I'm like, what are they picking in champion selection? So you may want to just do the loading screens. It's up to you though. I like them. I'll figure them all out eventually. I think the only ones that I was having trouble with at first were some of the girl champions. They look a lot different. They changed them a lot, but they look really good. So I like it. It's up to you. You can pick and choose as to your liking. So I figured I would talk about a little bit of, news stuff, and that way you guys can be all informed and up to date on some cool things that are going on. Apparently, the guys at Riot are going to be doing some quality of life changes to League of Legends pretty soon. One of the cool ones is that they are planning on bumping up the mastery pages to 20, as well as making them server side. So right now, they are all saved to your computer. So if you go play on another computer somewhere, you're actually going to have to redo your masteries. So this sucks if you're traveling a lot for tournaments and things like that. It also sucks that you can't have more than 10. Now, the reason they're not there yet is because they said something about it takes a huge server load to allow that, to be stored on the servers. So they're just going to make sure everything is good to go. And the next thing is that they are planning on adding in some thing for like custom item builds, but not necessarily just like custom item builds, but more of where you can actually import in item builds from guides and put in notes on things, and even import in like skill builds and that sort of thing. So that means that people like me and the guys at Solo Mid and CLG, all of you can take our guides that we create and just import them right into your game, and it'll automatically build those items for you, automatically take those skills, or allow you to just choose from the guide, and it'll have the notes on and what you need to know for different things. So that's really cool. I like that, and I can't wait to see how Riot is going to implement that into the UI. I'm really excited to see that. Almost last, I wanted to give a little bit of thoughts on Viktor. I obviously have my Viktor first impressions video up, so if you haven't seen it already, be sure to check that out, because I think I did a fairly good job of assessing him there. I did say he was pretty strong. Now, he's not necessarily like really. Now, I do want to clarify a little bit, and I can't remember if I said this right now, but I do want to clarify, like, he's actually not super strong right now in the current meta. He does have some issues, and that is because he's a little bit buggy. Like, his E doesn't really hit the targets sometimes, even though it passed over them. So that's kind of buggy. And his damage, like his ranges are a little low. And then like the fact that you have to use up an item slot. So there's a few problems with him that I still don't like. And I think that if they addressed just a few small tweaks to him, he'd be really strong. Because I played him a lot, and he does have a learning curve, but I was able to get pretty good on him and do some work. It's just that I think when you compare him to some of the other AP champions and choices that you have, he doesn't stack up as well. Anyways, that's my thoughts there. For the rest of it, check out the video because, well, it's a good video. Check it out. I did want to shout out a new show that one of my friends has been doing, and I want to see more stuff like this. I really like the things that people do in the community outside of just my videos, obviously, and I really encourage other commentators and things like that to come about. So this guy, he's been doing a show where he interviews pro players just one-on-one about like their main champion, or just maybe how their play styles, and like trying to get advice, kind of squeeze out advice. And he's actually a really high elo player himself, so he knows what questions to ask these guys, and it's a really cool show. It's called Ult 10, and you can check it out. The first episode was with Nat Nguyen on Janna, and he goes into some good stuff there, and he plans on doing more shows. I think he's going to have Darius on there here pretty soon. But yeah, I definitely encourage people out there to to try and get into this commentating thing if they're into it. I know it's kind of hard because there's not a really good replay system, but even that, without that, like, you can still commentate your own videos, or you can find replays here and there of other games, and you can get some practice in and make a name for yourself, just like I did. So that's my small amount of advice for you guys. But overall, I really hope that I can bring some great content for you guys in 2012. I hope everyone has a happy New Year's. That's it for my podcast today. That's all I've got for you. Like I said, I've been on vacation forever, and I'm behind. I'm trying to catch up. But I do plan on bringing out more and more content, and I'll see you around for the next one. Please hit that like button if you enjoyed listening to this podcast and you want to hear more. It's ColbyCheeZe. Peace out.